Welcome to Nice TV Fortune Express. I'm Visna, your Today program host. Traveling by taxi with a taxi app has become a daily routine for Cambodians. But you certainly did not know there are as many as 20 taxi apps in Cambodia. Digital innovation has not only changed the daily life of Cambodians, but also created the prosperity of the ride-hailing market in Cambodia. Today, we welcome you to Fortune Express Special Digital Economy Series Report. Catch the opportunity, make it possible. Since the rise of popularity of Uber, the market value and the number of the customer have boomed. According to the analysis of M&M researcher, the global ride-hailing market is projected to grow from $61.3 billion in 2018 to $218 billion by 2025. Singapore-based Grab is the first ride-hailing technology company in Southeast Asia with an annual revenue of more than $1 billion. Grab is also ranked in the top 3 ride-hailing companies in Cambodia. The other two are Pass App Taxi and the local startup company WeGO Taxi. The ride-hailing market in Cambodia started in 2015 and has grown to over 20 companies in a few years. Today, Fortune Express will exclusively interview the head of marketing of WeGO Cambodia, Mr. Prakchan Seha. How does digital innovation change the travel life of Cambodians? What is the ride-hailing market competition like in Cambodia? How does WeGO build up its local brand and international development? WeGO Taxi, a startup company in Cambodia, currently has 200,000 users on Android and iOS app. Why did WeGO choose ride-hailing industry? How does it build the leading local ride-hailing brand?
WeGO officially launched in 2017, but the story of WeGO happened before that. So in 2015, we started with the idea of this ride-hailing company. But at that time, we don't have the technology, the application. So we only have our own fleet of tuk-tuk or driver. And then we use the meter app as a method of calculation. But in 2017, we see the trend, the global trend, and we think that, oh, maybe that's a good opportunity, and then we get into the business. We decided to get into this ride-hailing business in 2015 because it's a global trend already. You can see Uber everywhere, so they spread very fast in Europe, across Europe, in Asia Pacific, but in Cambodia it's not yet. And also we see the gap in helping dealing with our social problem, which is traffic congestion, parking problems as well. That's why we decided to choose to create WeGO in 2017, after 2 years of doing our own pilot test.
Yes.
They have 3 co-founders here, but they are not here, so I'm only responsible for marketing, so that's why I'm here to talk instead of them.
Yeah.
As a Cambodian company, like I said, we have our clear vision that we want to be a local ride-hailing leader.
Yes.
So we have our value, our mission there. So we believe that we can, to be a Cambodian company, we can compete. So we have the expertise, we have the value that we can provide to the market, same as other international one. And by expanding our brand into other market, it's like expanding Cambodian company in general. So it's a pride. It's a pride for us to go into Myanmar. Yeah, currently we focus only on first step. We focus on ride-hailing only, but in the future we might expand into other division. Yeah. Because the market education here start to get to know more about technology, about the digital,
Yes.
and application now is more accessible than ever. All companies, they have app.
Yes, sure.
So when people, the knowledge of the market is there, then when we go into the next step, which is diversify,
Yes.
it's gonna be easy, yeah, for us.
Okay.
Our founders are all Khmer, yes. As mentioned earlier, we decided to choose ride-hailing. First, our intention is not only making money, but also have contribute to back to society. So what kind of, and also what part that we contribute to back to society. As I mentioned, in the early day before that, in 2015, the traffic congestion is growing bad every day. And at the same time, the parking space is not sufficient. And if you look back to the public transportation, the city bus, at that time, it's very scarce. That's why we see that, oh, there's an opportunity for us to fill in the gap. And also at the same time, we can explore the new field, which is ride-hailing. Currently, we have around 200K users on both Android and iOS. And actually, the ride-hailing start to gain popularity in Cambodia only less than 2 years. I mean, end of 2017 and up to now. So you see the popularity of that, and lots of new players come into this market.
Yes.
We can say that 2 months you will see one player come.
Oh, yes.
I believe that in every market, not only in the ride-hailing industry, in coffee market you can see, if in coffee market more more newcomers than a ride-hailing industry.
Yes.
So it's inevitable, it cannot avoid the newcomer. For us to stay in this market, we have our strong vision. So our vision is to be the local leading in ride-hailing. And we have our missions to have promote the livelihood of the driver partners, to contribute back to society in terms of congestion and traffic training, and also to provide a very easy and convenient mode of transportation to our users.
Currently, there are 30,000 tuk-tuks and more than 20 taxi apps in Cambodia. The ride-hailing industry is highly competitive. What ride services does WeGO provide? In which market does WeGO take the lead?
We don't have exact data of how many tuk-tuk, but according to our experience in this industry, so I think that we have around 30,000 tuk-tuks in Cambodia. Yeah. And for the ride-hailing company in Cambodia, surprisingly, we have more than 20 players in the market. A lot. Yeah, compared to other market, it's a surprise. So like many others in Cambodia, so mostly Cambodian passengers. Yeah. But also a small part of that will be focusing on foreigners as well. So now we have 4 service types for WeGO. We have rickshaw called tuk-tuk, in Indian tuk-tuk. We have Khmer rickshaw. We have classic car and SUV car. So if you look on that, the Khmer rickshaw usually used by foreigner and also car. So when they leave from airport into the town, they would use that service. But rickshaw is the tuk-tuk, Indian tuk-tuk is very popular among Cambodians. I think it's in our platform, on our app, we have 4 service types for passenger. For example, you use WeGO service. So it depends on your budget and depends on your preference, right? So when you log into our app, and then you can pick. We have operated in 10 cities and provinces in Cambodia, but we can say that the big cities, we focus mainly on the crowded area only, like in Phnom Penh, in Siem Reap, in Battambang, Sihanoukville. But other provinces, we expand not for making money, honestly. We expand for the local people to experience the new way of traveling, to give them access to the modern way of transportation only. I think different company, they come up with a different strategy.
Yes.
So for us, like I mentioned, we want our brand to be exposed to people in the rural area. Maybe they have heard of the app, the application. Okay, they might use this app to go from here to here, book, okay, and they come right away to pick you up, and then you go with them. So they've heard of this, but they never experienced the first hand. So we just want to first to expand our brand
Yes.
to the local, and the second one, we want them to try to experience the new thing.
Yes.
Because as you know, every country around the world, they are heading to digital. So Industry 4.0 is here. So at least they get familiarisms to those kind of way of life.
Yeah, sure.
I think Phnom Penh is more competition, no doubt. Because when we look at the purchasing power, so any market that have the high purchasing power, there will be more competition there. Just like many other products. So only Phnom Penh it account to 50 to 70% of the whole market. So the spread on the other province is like 30% or 50% only in most industry in Cambodia. So no doubt Phnom Penh is the hottest place for competition.
Welcome back to Fortune Express. The development of the digital economy is promoting the changes in Cambodia. Mr. Prakchan Seha, head of marketing of WeGO Cambodia, believes that the market competition is more intense. The technology development is more advanced. Everything is changing due to the digital economy, not just the ride-hailing industry, but also the e-commerce. All popular digital economic business model will develop in Cambodia.
Now we have three top players, so we are one among them. I think it's very interesting because you see in 2 months there one player come in the market. So this is a lot of competition. There will be more and more competition because the technology is more advanced. But at the same time, what is good about competing with many players in the market is that you gain the knowledge, you gain the experience that you never had before. For example, for us compete against the big player, so we really learn a lot, their strategy, and the knowledge in the field. So it's filled in the gap a lot. And I'm very excited about this. So I think that, as I mentioned earlier, when the market education get better and better, it will be more convenient. You can see the payment.
Yes.
They can pay using the app. They can pay online. Just using the app, cashless. The cashless society will be there. That's what we believe. And also a lot of diversify on the app will be coming, because that's the model, and we see that model happen in many developed countries already. So sooner or later it will be in Cambodia. I think in terms of digital economy, so everything turned digital now. So if you are slow, you are outdated, maybe you're gonna face a hard time. So I think most of the company now, they change their proposition. They start to focus on digital, so the way they do business, the way they advertise, the way they serve customer.
Yes.
You can see e-banking
Yeah.
like everywhere now, and other banking sector, they start to upgrade. They change they do the brand refreshment.
Yes.
So they change the look, change the way they operate. So if we are late, then we'll be out of market.
Yes.
And also in terms of the sharing economy, it's good. For example, this app, WeGo app.
Yeah.
So we have thousands of driver partners, almost 10,000. So it's like we share the economy, use only one platform, but we serve the lives of more than or nearly 10,000 of drivers. So it's going to have a lot of people. e-commerce. So everything in one app already. So we're here. That's why I say here only the beginning. So when it's time, I think it will be in this market. I mean that the app diversification will be more competing than this. I think it's happened already, especially if you look at, we have the Chinese company, a lot of Chinese story come here, and you can see in many shops they would have WeChat Pay and Alipay already, right? So it's happening, it starts to happen in here, but it needs time for the market to accept this. So I guess in the next 3-5 years, it will be a lot different. And cashless will be more and more popular than this.
Mr. Prakchan Seha thinks that as a startup company, WeGO needs to explore every new thing. WeGO has expanded to Myanmar, and therefore it needs to adapt to different market environment. When the company diversifies, it needs to learn from other experienced developed countries.
Different market has different way.
Yes.
And also the model can be adaptable in different market. For example, other player like Grab, the way they operate in Vietnam, the way they operate in Thailand, the way they operate in Cambodia are all different. Because the passenger, their ways of living, their knowledge are very different. Even us, for us, you know, when we expand to a different provinces.
Yes.
In Phnom Penh, compare Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, Siem Reap to Battambang, and other provinces, they are all different.
Yes.
So the way we approach, we also adapt. We have to use the adaptable approach. So I can't say anything about that. But in other market, in most developed country, more developed country like China and Singapore, they are all in diversified stage already. So the app not only for ride-hailing only, they diversify into food, into delivery, into yeah. This is in our plans as well. But as I mentioned, firstly, we need to make sure that our platform is easy and more convenient. And at the same time, if we look at the delivery, the express and food, many players in this market already that providing these services. So in our plan, yeah, we might be working with them. So we will research more on the size of the market, which part that we can fill in the gap, how to make our service different from them. So we cannot just want to go into that and go straight away. We have to know the market.
Sure.
We will have Chinese maybe, and also Burmese as well. Because now we expand abroad. We expand to Myanmar already. So in the first stage of soft launch there. So yeah, we'll be there soon. But what I can say is that if you think you like something, you want to explore a new thing, and that new thing also benefit not only yourself in terms of money only, but also contribute to have dealing with one part of society. That's a good thing to try.
Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode. If you have any comments and ideas, please keep us posted via our official Facebook page, Fortune Express and WeChat, or call our hotlines. See you.